Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Do megalodons really still exist? Are they lurking deep in the ocean? Where is the proof of their existence? How and what do they eat? Can scientists be wrong about this? Hang on to find out all about this. Google Earth picture. This is a very debatable and controversial sighting of an alleged megalodon. Many believers take this photo as a piece of evidence of the existence of the megalodon. In this photo, it appears to show an image of a huge shark-like creature near the coast, and people believe that this is evidence of a megalodon caught in real life. The picture was taken by the most credible source, Google Earth, so there's no debate about its authenticity. If you take a look at this image, you can clearly see that the shark is moving fast with its fins, as if it's trying not to get caught. You must be wondering where it was taken. Well, it was taken near the shoreline of Cat Island in the Bahamas. Travelers better be scared of the ocean if this is a real image. Another thing is that if a creature can be clearly seen from Google Earth through satellites, then don't you think it's gotta be huge? And don't come at me saying it's a whale, because it's clearly not. There is another picture that went viral on social media. People also named it a megalodon sighting. It was captured in the Persian Gulf of the Indian Ocean. The shadowy figure in the water looks to be about 70 feet tall, and we all know that according to the estimate, Megalodon was believed to be approximately 60 feet or longer. Even the University of Columbia has stated that this picture could have been of a megalodon. Fossil finds. Fossils tell us quite a bit about any extinct creature, but in the case of Megalodon, the results have been quite inconsistent. To understand this, let's take you to the first record of Megalodon's existence. Many gigantic, triangular fossilized teeth were often found embedded in rocky formations, but people used to believe that they are petrified tongues of dragons and snakes. This interpretation was corrected in 1667 by Danish naturalist Nicholas Steno, who recognized them as shark teeth. He was the first person to famously produce a depiction of a shark's head that he used to believe possessed such teeth. Another thing that baffled the scientists was that the teeth of Megalodon were pretty similar to those of a great white shark. So, due to their identical appearance, the discovery was made pretty late. The earliest Megalodon fossils date to 20 million years ago. For the next 13 million years, the enormous shark dominated the oceans until becoming extinct just 3.6 million years ago. That's what the scientists say, but a recent discovery has even baffled their minds. A British Navy ship named HMS Challenger that was used for a marine expedition found a pair of megalodon teeth during one of their voyages in Tahiti in 1875. Marine biologists were very excited by this. The pair of teeth was confirmed to be of a megalodon. But what happened next shocked everyone. In 1959, they were carbon dated, and the results showed that the teeth were about 11,000 to 24,000 years old. This caused an uproar in the whole scientific community, as many even refused to believe the results. Well, we all know that's how scientists react when things don't go their way. The question here is, if the megalodon had been extinct for 3.6 million years, how did they find 11,000-year-old teeth? This means maybe they are still embedded deep on the ocean floor, hidden from our eyes. Baby Meg. We all know that megalodon sightings are already controversial, but this one takes it to another height. What if I tell you that apart from all the adult megalodon sightings, there is also one of a baby Meg? Imagine how cute it would be. Well, it isn't. If the prehistoric megalodons are still alive today, then obviously they've got to have babies too, right? This footage was captured off the coast of Australia. What happened is that a group of marine biologists was observing and admiring some great white sharks. Suddenly, a huge shark came and ate the fish. And it was none other than a megalodon. Well, correction, a baby megalodon. You must be wondering why it was declared a megalodon. There were two things that had these biologists scratching their minds. Firstly, the size of the shark was huge, but then it could have been a basking shark. But the other thing that was striking enough was jut on its flap. Only megalodons have these, so many believers concluded that it was indeed a baby megalodon. Also, this is solid proof for those people who claim that if these creatures exist now, why isn't there a spotting of an offspring? So, there you go. Sure gets you scratching your head, huh? The Great Whites. As we don't have enough scientific evidence about Megalodon, scientists are often proposing different theories about the creature. There is a debate among them about the descendants of the Megalodon. Many believe that the great white sharks evolved from them. A recent sighting solidifies this theory. Michael Meyer spotted a great white off the coast of Mexico that was actually 22 feet long in 2016. The monster shark was trying to take a bite out of the cage containing the 4 cameramen. It was the biggest one ever to be caught on camera. Seeing such a huge great white caused quite a debate. Many say that it's proof of the existence of the megalodon, that the great whites are still evolving from megalodons. This means they're still present. Beast of Brazil. There lurks a beast deep in the oceans of Brazil, named as the Beast of Brazil. This story goes something like this. During a rescue mission off the coast of Brazil on November 20th, 2012, there appeared a strange, shadowy figure of an enormous beast. Nobody noticed that during the moment, but later, when they saw the footage, it was pointed out that the shadowy figure went past the ship. Let's show you more clearly. There it is, on the top right corner of your screen. Well, it could have been any ordinary shark, but what puzzled everyone is that a shark can't be this huge. The video has not been tampered with, as it was an official sighting, so that confirms the authenticity. Even the Discovery Channel featured it in one of their videos. Due to the sheer size, many people say that this video is another alleged proof of the Megalodon's existence. And after the video went viral, it caused quite an uproar. Some even said that it could be a whale swimming by, but the area doesn't have any whales at all. Non-believers question why all these sightings have started happening recently. To understand this, let's teach you a bit about how the oceans work. It has been deduced that the reason behind this might be climate change. Duh. A 9.2 seaquake was recorded to strike in the Indian Ocean in 2004. Many great tsunamis were caused in the aftermath, causing numerous casualties. According to many marine experts, this event dramatically altered the sea topography. What happened is that many regional sea life was pushed away and forced to find new territories. On the other hand, many new marine creatures started coming out of places they had never seen before. Then, the 2011 Japanese tsunami too changed Japan's coastline. So many experts have speculated that the return of Megalodon is related to all these colossal events. The Monster of Mariana Trench. As we all know, the Mariana Trench is the deepest oceanic trench in the world. So, come on, it's gotta have many sinister secrets. One of the predictions, obviously, is that megalodons live down there. If you are thinking about how a population of such big predators is able to fit in that trench alone, then let me clarify to you in the language that y'all will understand. Mount Everest is huge too, right? I mean, way too huge. Do you know that Mount Everest can easily sink into the Mariana Trench? That's because the absolute height of Mount Everest is about 8,848 meters. But on the other hand, the average known height of the Mariana Trench is approximately 11,000 meters. Yeah, do your math, guys. I'm not just talking gibberish. There has also been an alleged megalodon sighting in the Mariana Trench. Some scientists were researching there, and they put a bait in a cage to see if any sea creature would approach it, and who would be the first able to detect it. What they found shocked the hell out of them. They saw a huge shark approaching the bait in order to, obviously, eat it. The size of that shark was around 60 feet, which was absolutely impossible for any normal shark. But we know that megalodons were calculated to be around 60 feet or longer. That is why this sighting was named a megalodon sighting. And also, it wasn't fabricated, so that further solidifies the proof. So, are you guys convinced yet? Keep in mind that they calculated the size of the creature by comparing it to the cage size. But many still say that due to high pressure currents, it's very unlikely that these beasts are somewhere in the Mariana Trench. Although there is still a possibility that maybe the estimates about the trench are wrong, and that it's much deeper than we previously knew. In fact, it costs over $30 million for the proper equipment to even explore the trench, and it takes some brave scientists and thrill seekers to give it a try. However, the money might be worth it. Could you imagine the trench would be full of immense sharks with a length of 30 meters that have been hiding from humans? Demon of Cortez. There is a legend about the Demon of Cortez. The residents of the Sea of Cortez, just off the coast of Mexico's Baja California, have witnessed a giant creature that they like to call the Black Demon of Cortez. In recent years, numerous sightings have been reported, primarily from local fishermen. Even Eric Mack, a skilled black shark fisherman, reported sighting one. He said that the giant beast hit her boat, and that according to him, it was about 50 feet long. And we all know which shark is that big. Those who have seen it describe a long, whip-like tail that can be seen churning waves at the surface. And the believers often point to the half-eaten carcasses of whales that sometimes wash ashore in the area. But some people also say that it is a great white shark, but with very dark coloration and a large tail. But no one knows anything for sure. The tales grew so famous that many expeditions were launched to locate the creature, even on the History Channel's TV show Monster Quest in the chapter Megajaws. But sadly, nothing became of the investigation. Sadly, sightings are rare. Because of this, not much is known about it. Meg in the Pacific Ocean. There are hundreds of cameras installed on the seabed that point to monitoring marine life. You must be wondering who places all of them. Well, governments do install many of them, but some have also been placed by researchers for study purposes. Many are also available for live streaming to the general public. In 2010, a kid in Chile made an unusual discovery while monitoring a stream. It was camera number 847 in the Pacific Ocean, where the kid saw a shadow getting past a camera. Mind you, the creature wasn't visible clearly, so no one noticed. But after the boy pinpoints the huge fin, scientists get interested. They zoomed in and calculated the size of this mysterious creature after examining all the visible body parts shown in the footage. After calculations, it was deduced that the creature has got to be about 62 feet. I'm telling you, people believe in their existence. See the Discovery Channel's poll results that prove a lot of folks believe the Megalodon is still alive somewhere. Scientists are sometimes wrong. There have been many instances in history where scientists have been proven wrong. This is not just limited to general science, but in the case of marine animals too. Do you guys know about the coelacanth? The fish was named a living fossil, not only because it is prehistoric, but because the scientists thought that they were extinct. The oldest known coelacanth fossils are over 410 million years old. Coelacanths were thought to have become extinct in the late Cretaceous, around 66 million years ago, but were discovered living off the coast of South Africa in 1938. I mean, they regarded a whole class of fish as extinct, just because they never saw it without examining the possibility that they could be alive somewhere deep in the ocean. And this wasn't some tiny fish, as coelacanths are known to grow to more than 6.6 feet and weigh around 90 kilograms. You can argue that it is still very small compared to a megalodon, but this wasn't the only time they've been wrong. The giant squid is a species of deep ocean dwelling squid. It can grow to a tremendous size, offering an example of deep-sea gigantism. They are in fact so big that the largest ever recorded was approximately 43 feet long, and it weighed a ton. Now, many giant squids of such tremendous size would have existed, but scientists had no idea about them. It was not until 2004 when the researchers in Japan took the first images ever of a live giant squid. The first one that was successfully captured was in late 2006, and it was a live 24-foot female giant squid. Although a kraken, which resembles a giant squid, was very popular in myths, nobody thought that a creature this big could exist in the ocean. You guys be the judge. If they missed such big creatures and have recently discovered them, it could mean that there's a possibility of Megalodon's existence. Numerous sightings. There have been many recent sightings that point toward the big beast's existence. This one was taken by a couple of tourists on a charter fishing boat off the coast of South Africa. During a fishing trip in 2013, a couple of friends were out enjoying themselves. After the sunset, their boat got hit by something massive. They got shocked and started crying. Even the guy filming this fell down and dropped his camera, so it was not seen what hit them. Some days later, their ship was found under the ocean, half torn. And along the sunken ship, there were huge bite marks that opened speculation that a huge marine animal may have been the culprit. But there is no known creature that big who could easily tear down an entire boat, apart from a megalodon. Also, a research mission was carried out for them, but nobody was found. Just this camera recording, which didn't reveal the culprit. And megalodon teeth were thick and robust, specially built for grabbing prey and breaking bones, as the massive jaws could exert a bite force of up to 182,200 newtons. Some researchers even say that the megalodon had a bite force at least 6 times stronger than a T-Rex. I mean, what? This video, too, has been pretty viral around social media. Many doubt its authenticity, but one thing's for sure, that it looks cool. This sighting was recorded in 2013, in which a man recorded something totally unbelievable. A huge whale was swimming on the surface, and suddenly, this happened. This humongous whale was bit by something huge that came out of the water. Many enthusiasts thought that it was a megalodon. It couldn't have been a great white, because they are known to prey on small whales. Scientists have even said that it has been proven that's how a megalodon would attack a whale. Unlike the great white, which attacks prey from the soft underside, the megalodon probably used its strong jaws to break through the chest cavity and puncture the heart and lungs of its prey. And this video was captured by a man in 2014 when he was boating out in the ocean and caught this unique glimpse. It looked like a shark to him, so he began to film it. Later, he posted it on social media and it went viral. The reason behind its popularity was that people thought it was a megalodon. And why exactly did people think that? Well, the dorsal fin of the shark was extending out of the water, proving that it indeed was a shark. But the distance between the fin and the tail was very huge, which made it an alleged megalodon sighting. Apart from all this, a man was paddling on his kayak in the ocean, and his friend began filming his adventure. But he caught something else too. First, he thought it was a shark, but as it was up to 40 frickin' feet long, this sighting was pointed towards a meg theory. Is this a megalodon? A recent trend has started in which people name every other animal to be a megalodon. There have been some basking shark sightings just like this one, but people named them megalodon sightings. This makes people even debunk the real proof of the creature's existence. A TikTok user spread the rumor that this basking shark was a megalodon. Just like this one, many others too make people think that Meg is just a hoax. This comparison also exists because basking sharks are the second largest modern-day shark, which sometimes led people to believe that the megalodon might just be this big. unexplored ocean. It is a fact that more than 80% of the ocean is still undiscovered. It has never been mapped, explored, or even seen by humans. And do you know that a far greater percentage of the surfaces of the Moon and Mars have been mapped and studied than of our own ocean floor? People still talk about the fact that their bones haven't been found. Well, peeps, that's because the cartilage in sharks' bodies doesn't preserve well, so there are currently no scientific means to support. Also, it is quite possible that they may have moved to all those unexplored regions of the ocean. It is true that, like dinosaurs, megalodons liked the warmth, and they hunted in the warm, shallow seas that covered much of the planet. Maybe after the seas dried up, the Ice Age began, and water was locked up at the poles. Some of the megs survived by evolving themselves and inhabiting the deep, deep oceans. There is also a theory according to which they were cannibalistic. Maybe that's how they survive. In the past, their fossilized remains had been mistaken for dragon's tongues, so it could be likely that they had drastically evolved into something that we don't recognize as the traditional megalodon. As all scientists did was create a picture of a giant beast on the basis of tooth fossils. Those very fossils are how we believe they got extinct some 10,000 years ago. So you should always keep an open mind, because these sharks may still exist. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching our video. See you next time!